All right.
Welcome, you guys. Welcome to the Straight Talk About Health and Wellness show with Mary. My name is Mary Henderson, and I am your host. Today, we have a fabulous topic, all right, but a concerning topic, all right. And I know I always tell you guys this every time I come on, get your pad, get your pencil, and your favorite tea, because you're gonna want to take notes with this topic, all right. Today. We are going to talk about today strong but struggling. All right. So who are we going to talk about? Women. All right. According to the American Psychological Association, APA, good old APA, all
Yes.
right, there is 1 out of 3 women feel they are stressed and overwhelmed. Why is that? Why is that? The silent mental health crisis in women we're often seen as strong, but we hide a lot of things inside. All right. I think I need to say that again. We're often seen as strong, but we hide things inside. We carry it all in, all right, behind the scenes. And we battle stress, depression, and anxiety. So if that's you, you need to hang tight and listen. Today, we have such a powerful guest. I have been knowing this guest for a very long time. Her name is Cheryl Gibson. Cheryl is a loan officer, a professional loan officer, or that's her expertise. All right. She has so many expertise, you guys. That's her expertise. And also, she has holds a master's degree in psychology. All right. So we're going to introduce her today. Hi, Cheryl. How are
Hi,
you?
Mary. I'm good. Hi, everyone.
Thank you for
Thank you for
coming.
having me today.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for you making time out your schedule to come and see
Of
Straight Talk
course.
about health and wellness.
Of course.
Okay, I touched on some of the things that you did, Cheryl. Is there anything that you like to add? Something I left out?
No, you touched just about everything. That's overall Cheryl Gibson. I am also a life coach that goes along with my mental health wellness that I help mainly women with. But I welcome males as well because they need it also. So life coaching has a lot to do with staying in your mental wellness, and that's part of my package. I'll share my website later if you would like, and they could go on there and look
Sure.
at that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it. That's the overall fit and fitness of Cheryl Gibson.
That's nice. That's nice, Cheryl. So we're gonna jump right into it, Cheryl.
All right.
Okay, we are women, okay, and we go through different things. We the ones sometimes that hold the family together, hold our jobs position together. I mean, we
Hmm.
always putting a band-aid on something to hold something together.
Yes.
How has your definition of wellness changed as you've gotten older, as a woman get older?
Hmm. For me, as I've gotten older, I kind of take the holistic approach, and that didn't come overnight. That came from experience because I didn't do that in the past. I used to try juggling too much all at one time and it got the best of me. So now I manage my stress better as I've gotten older. And
Mhm.
by doing that, I just balance life, like being social sometimes because you can't do all work and no play. I try establishing good relationships and I want to emphasize good. And we'll talk about that later because you have to make sure you're in relationships that are healthy for you. So
Exactly.
getting rid of the bad relationships, in your life, make you look at why your stress is so high and why it's lower after you get rid of that. So,
Hmm.
so I stay away from that and I stay in my own lane more these days, to have my mind healthy. So,
Hmm.
so overall, your mind, your body, and your spirit, all as one. is what people need to learn how to balance to get that good feeling in life. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it changes your wellness. You just have to make sure that you stay within who you are, right? But that's how me as a grown woman and a more mature woman now, that is what I do for me. And I know that everybody is individually how they
Mhm.
heal, but for me, I take the holistic approach with that.
The holistic, when you say
Ho-
holistic approach, okay,
holistic is
meaning
meaning the three, your mind, your body, and the spirit,
mind,
right?
body, and
So
spirit.
so you're taking all of that as one, and you're actually you have to take care of all three. You got to take care of your mind, yep, which connects to your body. You have to take care of your body. You have
Mhm.
to feel your spirit in that, and actually, it makes you a different person. You start seeing your change. You start seeing a change in life when you start feeling the holistic approach as not just a grown woman, but if you
Mhm.
even got onto it as a younger woman,
Mhm.
but you do mature into it, and you do it as you age and progress. You
Mhm.
will see that what yourself, for yourself,
Mhm.
you see what you
Mhm.
need to do for yourself, not for everyone else. Right.
So what?
Right.
So what I'm hearing, the holistic approach is sort of a balance between all three
Yes.
that you mentioned. It's the balance.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
one don't doesn't control the other one. So
That's
they're
right.
all equal. Okay.
Absolutely.
But that's how I'm thinking. They're
It
all
is. No,
equal.
you're correct. So just imagine for an example, if I'm taking therapy, so
Mhm.
I'm letting someone help me control my mental state,
Mhm.
but I go at home and I eat this totally crazy, put this nutrient in my body that's not good for me,
Mhm.
right? So I've helped my mind, but I'm not helping my body. So they're two
See.
different things. And then the spirit in us is
Hmm.
what's making us feel better. We have a clear head when we are taking care of our spirit.
I
So
see.
the holistic approach to maturing and knowing what wellness is
Hmm.
to take all three, your mind, your body, and your spirit, and you take care of all three. So
Take care
that
of all
they
of them.
together combined, they become one and you start feeling like a whole different person.
I bet. I bet.
Yeah,
As we get older, we learn.
we do learn.
Learn how
Yes,
to balance.
yes, we do.
And also, as we get older, we have more experiences,
We have more life experience,
more
absolutely.
life experiences.
So we
What
learn how
life
to juggle, you know. We
with
learn
joy?
how to put balance everywhere we are in our life, with our friends, with our family, with our
Hmm.
relationships.
Hmm.
We just have to learn how to do that because otherwise it takes a toll on you.
Yeah, it will. It will work on your
Mm-hmm.
mental,
Yes.
your physiological,
Yes.
well-being, balance.
That's
Yes,
it.
I can see that. So, what's life experiences? Um, what life experiences actually taught you the most about protecting your mental health?
Um, let's see. It's kind of a open question, but I'm gonna answer it for how I take care of myself so others can learn to do that.
Hmm.
People.
People.
So people that I've encountered, people who've
Hmm.
been in my journey through life, and that includes friends, families, associates, or whatever you want to call anybody you've encountered in your life. They all have taught me to protect not only my mental health, but my peace because I need to sleep at night. So,
Very important.
right. Because that has a lot to do with wellness as well.
Hmm.
So, to stay within that balance, I try to achieve that every day. As I stated before, bad relationships are damaging to your whole entire psyche, your mind, physiological, everything. It's bad. So if I see anything that isn't bringing me goodness, and that includes everyone, family, friends, associates, co-workers, bosses, I start the process of elimination with that.
Hmm.
And so it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing to like get rid of those relationships.
Hmm.
You just avoid it. You avoid it so that you can balance your stress, take care of your stress, balance out your day, have a good night's sleep. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't get good sleep,
Love yourself.
love yourself.
Love
And
yourself.
and stay more vigilant for
Mm-hmm.
yourself, because if you don't take care of you, who other than God will?
We need to take care of ourselves. Yeah,
Yes,
we do.
absolutely.
Now,
Absolutely.
as we get older, we become more wise. Do you think
Yes.
a lot of that wisdom come from pain?
A lot of it comes from pain. Honoring your story by wearing your own badge of life, which
Mm-hmm.
means the pain that you've endured, you honor it. You know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
you honor it by staying true to who you are, and you share that wisdom to others and with others who need to hear similar stories of what you've been through so that it can help them. Most
Mm-hmm.
people can see and hear your wisdom, right? When you're
Mm-hmm.
talking, when you're having a conversation with them, or when you're just hanging around someone. But only a
Mm-hmm.
few can recognize that it's from pain. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you're speaking to a younger person, they may not know that that wisdom came from pain that they may have experienced or may have to go through,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Or what
You've
we're
been
going
there.
through. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, but we
Exactly.
should never hold on to repressing memories of that pain either. We have to sit in it temporarily because it's always going to be a part of you, but it's better to release it by processing it and talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I will always suggest to go to therapy where you're in a safe space to talk about it. If you don't have like a good friend who you trust or a good family member who you trust, I would go to therapy because it's going to do you good. I also recommend to my clients, my personal clients, to
Mm-hmm.
journal. Journaling really helps pains because you're writing it, you're
Mm-hmm.
expressing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fashionable way of doing it. You know what I mean? It's a loving way to share your thoughts in writing. It teaches you a
Mm-hmm.
lot about yourself. So life doesn't feel good when you're holding on to all the negative energy that happens anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So through your journey, you just have to allow yourself to sit with that pain temporarily, recognize it. It could
Mm-hmm.
become overwhelming, and when it does, channel it through talking about it, journaling,
Journaling.
spending time with yourself to get to know yourself better, because that's growth as well.
So would you say
Mm-hmm.
journaling
Mm-hmm.
helps you to know yourself, be familiar more with yourself?
It does. It helps you to better understand how to process, especially if you don't have the right person to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a way to love yourself. Like write it down, write your pain down. Maybe you'll share it later with someone, but I think you could journal when you're sitting in your own corner, thinking about
Mm-hmm.
all this pain you've been through, right? You can write it. It could become a book. It could become just one little notepad.
That's
It
true.
can end up being a whole book.
Mm-hmm. End up being a whole
So,
book.
and when you do that, and I've done it
Mm-hmm.
several times, when you do that, you learn so much about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like, wow, I didn't even know if I can express this, but I've put it on paper. So that's how you've done it. And it was better than going to therapy, or you do both. You go to therapy, you talk to your counselor. She's
Mm,
giving
a
you
life coach.
suggestions, your life coach. She's giving
Uh-huh.
you suggestions and homework to
Uh-huh.
do. One of those homework should be journaling and writing and talking about that pain on paper. And then
Oh, I
once
see.
you read it,
Mm-hmm.
here's the key, Mary. Once you read that, if you write that down and you've been writing it and keeping record,
Mm-hmm.
it's a stop moment. It's a moment you stop and say, "Oh my goodness, I've been through this.
Wow.
No, my life has
Yeah.
to change."
Mm-hmm.
So you read it, it's there. You're not in that space when you finally open it one day and you're like, "I really wrote this. I really went through this."
Mm-hmm.
It's a wake up moment. So you
So
start
it's a wake-up
changing.
call.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
wake up call. You start changing your ways. You start seeing
Mm-hmm.
yourself differently. So
Mm-hmm.
you're basically you've learned about yourself through your journey. So journaling is huge. I can't say
Mm-hmm.
it enough. It's huge.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I've treated people just on them journaling, coming back
Really?
and talking about it to me
Mm-hmm.
because they can't express themselves in front of someone sometimes.
Yeah,
Everybody is not really good at expressing themselves in front of people.
that's true.
So
Hmm.
they could journal and then they could come back and tell me what they wrote down or what they've been through. And then
Hmm.
I give suggestions and start treating from that. So journaling really helps. It does.
Good to know. How do we know when we're getting ready to break down?
Oh, let's see. Well, let me start by saying that you mean like burnout, uh,
Burnout, breakdown,
self-care.
depressed, self-care.
Yeah.
How do you know when that's coming?
I want to start by saying first that if you don't properly do self-care to improve your
Hmm.
mental health,
Hmm.
it's it's like it gets worse. So so it's not the same for any two people. It's
Hmm.
individually, like I said before, everyone looks and feels different about how to care for themselves, right?
Hmm.
Um, what I'm gonna say is, again, like I said before, go to therapy, right?
Hmm.
If you can't manage your stress, go to therapy. If you can't manage your anxiety,
Hmm.
talk to someone, right? So, for example, so high emotions, like the way people respond or react to something,
Hmm.
causes high stress. We both know that in the medical field, right? So
Hmm.
learning how to manage your emotions and how we respond
Hmm.
could really help us to do self-care, not for our inner self. Um,
Hmm.
our emotions could get the best of us as women. And I heard you earlier
Definitely,
in the
for sure.
opening statement
Hmm.
when you said we carry a lot as women. We do.
We do.
We, yeah, we have our families we have to carry.
Hmm.
We have to have our jobs,
Hmm.
our relationship with our significant other. Is that's a whole
Hmm.
different level of children.
Hmm.
So the less we care about ourselves as women, the more we get symptoms on um, what everyday life can bring us, and that's not good.
Right. Is there any topics or things that we avoid to having the conversation about ourselves and our stress?
Any topics that don't come up enough, you mean?
Yes, that we avoid and they're misunderstood.
Yes. I think we don't talk enough about as women. We don't
Hmm.
talk enough about fertilization,
Okay.
perimenopause or menopause.
Menopause. Yeah, that's a
Yes.
whole different ball game there.
Yes. Yeah.
Hmm.
And I think because there's stigma behind it, right?
Hmm.
It's misunderstood because of the stigma behind it and what people will say
Exactly.
to women about it.
Hmm.
Also, there are a lot of misdiagnosis of these conditions.
That's true.
Um, and some women don't know to talk about them
Hmm.
because they are unsure what is happening to them. Like it hits you as a woman and you're like, what's happening to me? But you don't even say that right away because because we're strong. Women are built to be very strong and endure a lot. It has to come down to symptoms like hot flashes,
Hmm.
uh,
Mood
experiencing
swings.
differences in our bodies. You know what I mean?
Mood swings.
Exactly. We
Hmm.
gain weight during that period of
Gaining
time,
weight. Hmm.
and we're made fun of it.
Or can't lose weight.
Sometimes even by our spouses.
Hmm.
And so, who wants to talk about that, right? Nobody.
That's
So
true.
I think the conversations about behind menopause,
Hmm.
perimenopause,
Hmm.
infertility, I don't think those topics come up enough. And I think they should because it's affecting our mental health too.
That's a good point. Yeah, because we don't understand our body changes with
Right,
menopause.
absolutely.
We do not.
Absolutely.
The same as when you were 12 and you start your menstruation, that needed
Hmm.
to be explained to a lot of girls, a lot of our girls, or girls in general, And
Yes.
sometimes they don't get the conversation. Like your mother gave me conversation, my mom gave me the conversation,
Hmm.
but sometimes some girls miss that.
They
Their
do.
mom don't have the conversation,
They don't.
all right? And they don't know what's going on.
And in all fairness to those moms, they didn't have that counseling either.
True.
They
Mm-hmm.
didn't know. And then they knew later when things were happening and symptoms were happening or someone brought it up
Mm-hmm.
to them. Even our
Mm-hmm.
personality changes, you know. Um, and when we are in a relationship with our spouses, boyfriends, husbands,
Mm-hmm.
friendships, whatever, right? We have
Mm-hmm.
significant others. They notice a change and
Mm-hmm.
they don't understand it neither. That's why it's important to bring these subjects up because the guys and the women need to understand it for
Mm-hmm.
it to be brought up. So guys are going to make fun about it. They're going to say jokes about it. They don't understand.
They don't
And it's,
understand it.
they don't
Mm-hmm.
understand that it's hurting women and it's
Mm-hmm.
hurting their mental, thing. So I think we should embrace the conversation more.
It should be, yeah, we should talk about that more. How,
Absolutely.
how can we embrace aging as women?
Oh, this is, you know,
Can we
that's a
do
real,
that?
that's a really good question. That's a good question. Aging is a process that we can't avoid. That's one
Mhm.
key.
Uh-huh.
But it's also one of the highest blessings in this life because everyone doesn't get to age.
That's
You
true.
you got young people dying. You have middle-aged people dying who aged
Hmm.
some, but you also have those senior that are aging, and it's a blessing. You have to look at it as a blessing, especially if it's a family member or a
Hmm.
good friend that you're watching them age. And this is a topic I bring up a lot and discuss with women of all ages, actually. We have aging to look forward to, right? We can't stop it. Other than
That's
death,
true.
we can't stop aging. So if we get to an age and live a long life, our families and friends and ourselves, we
Yeah.
have to consider it. It's God's will. However, aging does come with a lot of health issues due to our bodies going through the process.
Hmm.
So I think embracing it with a positive attitude and
Hmm.
keeping your body moving, you got to keep moving. You can't
Hmm.
stop. It will help with the aging process. I think keeping a positive mindset,
Hmm.
learning new skills,
Hmm.
keeping a social life, it keeps
Hmm.
your brain active. We got to eat healthier. We got to get good rest. I actually love this topic and I could go on and on and on with it. If you look at aging heavily, it's
Hmm.
the same as being young, Mary. Being young, we have to stay healthy. We got to eat right. We got to get enough sleep.
True. That's
We got to
true.
we got to stay healthy, right? So aging
Yeah.
is the same. We got to do that. When we age, we have to do it even more. So you remember
Hmm.
there's an old saying that age is just a number because
I
we are all
remember.
human
Hmm.
and we all have to set the same goals with our bodies, our mind, and our spirit again.
Hmm.
So aging is beautiful. That's how I look at it. It's a blessing. It's beautiful. I think more humans should embrace it, better, especially at maturity. And I say
So
maturity, when
true.
you're 25 and over, you need to start
Hmm.
counting your blessings. Because 25 is your second stage of life. You passed the young adult, teenage years, and now you're into young adulthood. And then you're
Hmm.
going to go into middle adulthood. And then you need to really count your blessings when you pass 50 because you're going to your years.
Yeah,
So I
go to your
think people
senior.
need to start processing it differently than to, um, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's not a decline at all. It's you gaining wisdom, but you're also here a long time with your family. You become the matriarch or the patriarch of your family. That's a
That's true.
blessing.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's so
Yeah. So
true.
I encourage everybody to kind of talk about aging all the time. Yeah. Talk
Yeah.
about it because if you talk about it with your loved ones, it'll make
Hmm.
them feel better. Then they wouldn't feel like they're declining. That-
Exactly.
I know someone died at 110
110, huh?
and
So
and and he
what
was still
did they
he
do?
was still active. He was still driving until they passed the
Really?
law. Oh
So
yeah.
and he was 110. So what did he do different?
So he was a family member of mine. He was my great uncle
Mm-hmm.
in Louisiana, and you would ask him, and he would give you different answers, which I liked.
Mm-hmm.
Because you ask him, Mary, and he'll say, "Oh, I eat good. I just make sure
Uh-huh.
I eat right." And then I'll
Uh-huh.
come around and ask him 5 minutes later, and he's like, "Well, I go out and I take long walks."
Oh, okay.
And then somebody else will ask him, and he goes, "Well, I went to play bingo, and I do that twice a week."
Mm-hmm.
So staying active and having a positive mindset like that, he
Positive
knew
mindset.
that.
Mm-hmm.
He knew that it gives you a longer lifespan.
Oh, having a positive mindset.
Having a positive mindset.
I'm learning
Yes.
to look in the mirror and just embrace how I look.
Just embrace it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful
You
thing.
just embrace it. You can't change it. Thank God I'm here.
Yeah, that's it. That's right. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is a great
That's,
conversation,
I
Cheryl. This is
love it.
great. I
I
mean,
love
this is
it.
a lot of jewels, and well, nuggets of jewels, whatever you call it.
Yeah, it is. It is. I love it.
But, but
And we
we
got
need
to
to,
talk about it more. Women,
we
we
do.
do as a woman and as women in this world, juggle life every day. It's so good just to have conversations sometimes so you could process your feelings and have a good
Hmm.
listening ear to people because we don't have that enough neither. Um,
Hmm.
but when you do, it really helps your mental. It really
Yeah, your
does.
mental health. Yeah,
Yes.
and when your mental health's together, everything else will fall into place. Oh, it's
Everything falls in place because you
and
feel good. You know
hmm
what I mean? You feel like him, the 110-year-old. He felt good
hmm
enough to go play bingo. He felt
see
good enough
there.
to drive in his
Hmm.
car down the street to go to the store for himself.
Hmm.
He didn't
Hmm.
want nobody doing that because he kept his mental health clear and crystal. He died of old
Right.
age. There was nothing wrong with him.
Wasn't nothing wrong with it. So he probably still ate collard greens too.
He grew his own vegetables.
Really?
Yes.
See there, that's a difference. See, with
It's a
us, we
big,
have we have this
big
processed
difference.
food. See?
Yes.
Yeah.
Too many process. Well, and that's all part of the subject of eating right. We get
Hmm.
that. That's young and old, right? We
Yeah.
have to eat right because we got so many
Hmm.
illnesses that come in our bodies when we don't. We got obesity.
Hmm.
Um, we got obesity in young adults. We got so
And
again, age
children.
is just a number, Mary.
Hmm.
So the aging process tells you that because the same
Hmm.
thing we need to do as young adults, we need to do it as older adults as
The
well.
older adults to stay
Yes,
around.
that's
Exactly,
it.
to stay around. So this has been a
Yes,
good conversation. I think we need to have more girl talk. You know what I
we
mean?
do. Yes, we
Woman to woman
do.
talk.
Yes,
I
we
think we
do.
do. Yeah, and I mean, it makes you feel good. You have a better understanding. And
Yes,
I think we need to have this as a group, Cheryl.
we do.
More woman to woman talk. We need to probably
I
name
think
this.
it's well needed. It's well needed. And to help each other and yourself is so needed. And group talking is huge.
Hmm.
It will really because you don't feel alone. You know what I mean?
You're not
Um,
alone.
so putting those
Yeah.
groups together like that really helps. And I'm all for it if you want it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be great. I mean, that would be great.
Yes.
We're gonna do that, Cheryl,
Yes, we
because
will.
we have a tendency to feel, oh, I'm by myself, or I
Yes.
can't do this, I can't do
Yes.
that, I look like this, or I can't do
Right.
this. But I
Right.
think as you do it together, have support. The big word
Because
is
you need a
support each
push.
other.
You need somebody to give you a push.
Hmm. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I want to let our audience know that you have some more of Cheryl May the 2nd.
Okay.
Second and third in Las Vegas. In Las
Yes.
Vegas. So,
Yes.
Cheryl, I want you to tell us more about that. The event.
The event is really nice. We do it annually. It is based on what is needed in the mental health community to take care of yourself, how you should do that. We give you examples and we guide you through what needs to be done. We also take one-on-one with you to find out if there's anything going on with you now that we can help you with, right? We get you through that diabetes, high blood pressure. We could tell you how to make that better. We could tell you where to get your therapy. We could do one-on-one with you at the event. We could pull you to a side, and if you're ashamed to tell us in a group, which is going to be a group setting event, there's going to be a lot going on in that event. We got financial wellness. We have living with, diabetes, high blood pressure, what you could do, all the examples of the symptoms. We have grief counseling. So if
Mhm.
you've been through any grief lately and don't know how to process or actually trying to learn how to navigate through that
Mhm.
process, we can help you with that at the event. We'll give you things that you could do to help you instantly. And then you could go home and you make that a repetition in your life so that that can help you, get through your grief. And that's basically the gist of the overall thing. We will have some vendors that will be selling retail products for you. We will have food. Uh, there'll be drinks, breakfast, brunch. It's going to be a dynamite event that you should come to.
If I was y'all, I would not miss that.
No, it's
I
going to
would,
be
I would not miss that.
empowering.
It's gonna be very empowering, and you'll learn a lot. Okay, you'll learn how to manage your diabetes, your hypertension, your
Yes,
arthritis, your health, diet. All right,
yes,
know how to manage that, and they have some counselors there. Know how to manage your
yes,
anxiety, your stress. All right,
yes,
and being lots of things there, and one of the best parts. I mean, all this is great. But I like going by the tables and see what everybody's selling.
yes, me too.
I just,
Me
that's one of
too.
my best parts I like.
I,
So
I I
anyway,
will be making my way around that room at the vendors
uh,
because everybody got so many different beautiful things to contribute to this event. I love it. Including you, Mary, your knowledge, um, what you
well,
bring
thank
for
you.
me. Yeah,
Now
I'm
I'm a
looking
little
so
older this
forward.
year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And
I
I
know
want to
it's
say
gonna be great.
it's going to be awesome. I want to say one more thing.
Okay.
Well, unless you have other
No, no,
questions,
no. You go ahead.
I
Go ahead
want
and
to
say.
I want to say this to women
Hmm.
out there who feel tired, unseen, overwhelmed, can't get out the bed, feeling depressed,
Hmm.
feeling like they're all alone. We can help you at that event. And I'll tell you what we will do for you, especially for me. You could come to me. I'm the facilitator for that day, but I hold my licenses in counseling and life certification coaching. So, I will listen to you. I'll validate your feelings. I'll encourage you to take better care of yourself. I'll provide offer and support to you. I'll let you know how strong you are and how whatever you've been through hardship before and you could become resilient again. I'll let you know that life is full of ups and downs. We all go through it, but that's how we learn and we grow with each phase of that. So I would encourage you to come to the event, get some rest, lighten up on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself in this life because
Hmm.
we all go through ups and downs, right? Take small steps and regain your focus. And all of that will help you mentally. And I'll also remind women, we got powerful skills and talents. We at the event, we're going to offer you a lot of resources, right? To get more of a support group around you if you don't have that. So don't feel alone. And one of the reasons most women feel alone is they isolate. We don't want you to do that. We want you to come out so you can get support. We want you to come out so you can get resources. If you're struggling financially, we'll advise you how to gain new skills and start working towards higher goals for yourself. We got to get you out of that. Don't feel defeated. And if you are feeling defeated, you definitely need to come to this event so that we can carry some of that weight for you. You know, showing you how you can get to your appointments, what you need to be doing if you're on medicine, how to make that better for yourself, directing you to pastors that can pastor you.
Hmm.
If you don't want to leave your house, you could definitely get a mental boost at this event. So please do not come. Don't make money the reason, and don't make trying to be isolated the reason. There's nothing like having a good support system around you, and it starts there.
Okay, Cheryl, will you let them know how they can reach you? Your email or your
Yes.
website?
Yes, you can. You can reach me at phone number 707-623-0166. You can also go to the website and sign up at www.rowen, ROWEN slash, sorry, hyphen, Rowen hyphen development.com. Again, that's www.rowen hyphen development.com. And you'll see the event on the website. You can sign up there. You can also email me at Cheryl, CHERYLG 97 at gmail.com. Please feel free to reach out.
I'd love to see you there. I guess who's teaching health and wellness?
Yes, I can't
Yours
wait.
truly.
I can't wait for that session because I'll be sitting in that area as well.
It's gonna be nice. So, everybody, I think I'm gonna sign off. But in the meantime, until we meet again, okay, I'm gonna say be safe, be healthy, and be blessed. All right. This is Mary
Amen.
Henderson from Straight Talk About Health and Wellness. Bye bye.
Thank you.